Karen Gillon, to be followed by Kenneth Gibson.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Claire Baker made mention of Ken McIntosh and his children's brother and sister comments. If Ken McIntosh lived in my constituency, I would think he was trying to grow his own local rural school. But there you are. I welcome the opportunity to participate in this debate. In the Parliament's first session, I was a member of the Education Committee then, which saw petition after petition come before the committee because of the failure of the system of consultation to involve parents, staff and communities in proposals to close schools. Indeed, it was the real dissatisfaction with the situation in Argyll that led to the appointment of a reporter at that time, and others have made mention of the work undertaken by my colleague Cathy Peaty. And I think that she did play an important role in this process in accepting and bringing forward to Parliament the fact that the consultation rules that existed then did not work and did not fully involve communities. Similarly, the work done by Peter Peacock in his time as Education Minister was significant in the progress that has been made. Murdo Fraser has also been mentioned, and I too commend the work that he undertook in this regard. And similarly, the Cabinet Secretary, who was involved in this process early on as well, it must seem to her like a long time as well, but for the work that she has done in making sure that this process that we have undertaken on this bill has been positive. And I would congratulate her on the manner in which she has handled the bill, because I think that has been one that has been very good for this Parliament. As others have said, school closures will take place, but those closures must be undertaken in a way that is transparent and involves communities in that process. Others have also said that many local authorities already undertake the good practice that this bill enshrines. In my own area of Clydesdale, South Lanarkshire Council have up until this year had a presumption against closure of any school. Indeed, they embarked on an ambitious school building programme that has seen many small rural schools being rebuilt. Indeed, Braehead pupils have recently moved into their new school, and they are demonstrating their commitment to our small rural schools. They have looked at innovative ways of safeguarding the future of those schools by introducing shared headships and sharing resources across schools. My own constituency also has a mixture of communities, and the fact that this bill will apply to all of them is welcome, because I do think when a closure happens anywhere, we have to be clear about why it is happening, what the reasons for that are, and they have to be the right reasons, and that the process is transparent. But I do welcome the specific criteria that will apply to rural schools in relation to a viable alternative, the effect on the community, and the likely effect of different travel arrangements to an alternate school. When you look at a day like today, then travelling from anywhere to anywhere is difficult. And in rural situations where the roads are perhaps not as well maintained as the trunk road network, then those are challenges that I know parents are very conscious of in terms of any merger of their school. As MSPs, we have a role too in this process, though, in not perpetuating the Chinese whispers that do go about communities, but in ensuring that the consultation is clear, is open and transparent, and supporting communities to get the information that they need. South Lanarkshire have, for the first time in 10 years, undertaken a consultation in my own constituency on the merger of Cooter and Lamington schools. I would commend them for the consultation they have undertaken. I think it has been positive. It has involved a wide range of stakeholders, and I am confident that they will come to the right conclusion for the communities that I represent. This bill is welcome, but I think there is one other area that I think more could be done, and that is making schools genuinely community schools. In Scotland, we still haven't quite got that right. There are still too many barriers and restrictions that are in play whenever you are trying to get genuine community use of schools. There are other countries in Europe which show just what can be achieved if community schools are real community schools with genuine community access. If we do make progress on that issue, then we can provide another way to provide a significant support and safeguard for the future of rural schools as well. And I would ask the Cabinet Secretary to take this issue up with COSLA and perhaps do further research on how community schools and community use of schools work in other parts of Europe, and what lessons we could learn here in Scotland, and how we could take that forward with our colleagues in local government to ensure that our schools in our rural communities in particular can further become the focus of community life and then safeguard their future. I do commend this bill to the Chamber. I think it is a very positive bill. It is one that safeguards the future of rural schools, but also recognises that when difficult decisions have to be made, they have to be made for the right reasons. They have to be made involving the communities that they affect. And I think everyone in politics and in community life will welcome this bill and will move forward positively with it.